I had to delete the video because Netflix complained about it. So, but I'm gonna post it without the clip to begin with, and enjoy the video. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Hello, beautiful people. Even Siri is shocked right now. ¿Verdad, Siri? ¿Verdad? Are you shocked, mi amor? Siri says good day. Hello. This little precious princess says hello. Anda jodida ya. Well, yes, people are still defending Harry, saying that he didn't want to leave. You ask Harry what would have happened had you stood behind and done your job. You probably would be very well loved and very protected. You were told during Sandringham that if you left, the security would be pulled because it's part of the perks. If you're a CEO and while working you have access to the private plane of the company, when you quit as the CEO, you no longer have those perks. Even Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo, the GOAT, as soon as he finished, he quit or whatever, Manchester United, his poster, his image was taken down immediately from the stadium. No pay, no nothing, just left. Now, and this is why I go back to that very beautiful lady that said, oh, but they said that they didn't want privacy or anything like that. It is so many lies, guys, because in the letter, the statement that they issued in writing saying that they wanted to continue to honor their duty to the Queen and Commonwealth and the traditions of the British people. Now, Harry's saying that they lied to protect Prince William. No. All of the lies, and he claims that they're being gaslighted. This reminds me so much of my ex-husband. This is so typical narcissism. It's like, when an abusive person is punching you and they go, you are making me punch you. It's your fault. I have to beat you up. This is exactly what Harry's saying. We're gaslighting you, we're trashing you, we're lying about you, but it's all your fault. Because to this day, they haven't felt anything. So for people in the institution and the monarchy to say that this is not, I don't care, because this is no longer a personal attack on Prince William or Catherine. This is a direct attack on the monarchy, the United Kingdom, and the Commonwealth. And this is textbook description of felony treason, because they're doing everything they can to destroy the good relationships between the Commonwealth countries and the United Kingdom. They're doing their best to put the institution that represents the monarchy in the worst possible light. They are. And we have, of course, idiot Tyler Perry, who wouldn't know Meghan from his ass before she married Harry, because I'm pretty sure that, he would have never cast her in any of his, movies. So, of course, we have Tyler Perry. I wonder if we're going to see some of her cast members from Suits talk as well, because they're her friends. They were at her wedding. And if Tyler Perry was such a good friend, why wasn't he invited to the wedding? Why wasn't he invited to the wedding? Because Harry escaped wearing freedom flight. Yet, when Oprah asked them, would you go back if they asked you to? Do you remember that part, guys? What did they say? In a heartbeat. Yes, of course we would. So let me get this straight. They would go back to this racist institution that they just escaped from. And Harry, what would have happened had you stayed? The palace couldn't control anymore Meghan Markle's bullying, and they knew it was a matter of time before it came out. The palace could no longer cover up the lies. They could no longer silence so many abused people by Meghan Markle. It comes to a point where they can't. Buckingham Palace could no longer cover the abuse, not only by Meghan Markle, but by Harry as well. So for me, I do not care about all their lies, although there's plenty. What I care about is the fact that they're now saying the institution, which is the monarchy, it's time for Parliament to step in. Now, people said to me yesterday in the emails I keep getting that King Charles is worried Harry is going to end his existence. First off, narcissists don't kill themselves. Second of all, That's a threat. That's emotional blackmail that people use in order to stop you from doing the right thing or from stopping their abuse. So, I mean, I gotta tell you something. I am behind Samantha 100%. Just look at what Samantha said.
I think clearly, though, people know that she wasn't raised by her mother. Everybody at Immaculate Heart, everybody on Married with Children, people know she lived with dad and was raised by dad. So I think that was a decoy. That was like a red herring distractor. And the whole, for Doria to sit there and act like that was clearly lying. Bring it on. For Doria to sit there and say, I raised her and people in the neighborhood helped. That's a lie, Doria. You didn't raise Meghan. You were with Meghan on the weekends, sometimes every other weekend, and you were gone for a while. Where are you getting this?
And why is Doria speaking out now? Siri? Yeah. Doria sat there smugly. Oh, now it's my turn to speak. This is a woman who's been paid an allowance, has $9 million suddenly in the bank, still getting money from them, and is getting paid for that Netflix thing. And she's telling me that Mr. Markle sold out Meghan. Why? He didn't sell out Meghan. The pictures that he took were of himself trying to look decent because Meghan was doing a great job of portraying her father as a nasty drunk in order not to invite him. She drove him to a heart attack. Okay? So Doria, who is a fraudster. Oh, by the way, Meghan was also penalized for tax evasion. She had to pay a fine for evading taxes. I'm trying to find that because it was, if I can find it, I will post it here. Because Meghan was fined for evading tax or failing to report tax correctly. And she was fined for that. So again, like mother, like daughter. So Doria sits there smugly. I'm willing, now it's time for me to have my voice heard and spew farts out of her mouth. She's farting and those smelly farts out of her mouth, saying that she raised Meghan on her own. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. She never even gave a cent to have Meghan Markle be raised because she should have cooperated somehow, at least financially, since she was not around. So now she's willing to sit there and claim that Meghan Markle was raised by black women in a black neighborhood by a single black mom. And yet, Meghan Markle, being raised in a black neighborhood by a black mother, surrounded by all this blackness, never heard the N-word and never thought of herself, was never called black in her life. Because, she was offended by the thought of somebody calling her black. She was.
Bamboozled, right? And listen, I'm going to say up front, anyone who is coming here to say in the comments it's the only reason I don't like her because she's black, she's not. She's mixed. And in fact, I've seen her driver's license. I say this every video because it bears repeating. I've seen it because she was a source at Us Weekly. And that was the same company that owns Star, which I used to work for. And you know what it says on her license? White. She is black when it is convenient. It is a card for her to play. And if you are actually black, and if you have actually grown up with systemic racism and people thinking less of you, and this dumb bitch comes along and hijacks that experience, you should be the angry.
So now Doria thinks that by her speaking out and being black, it gives her credibility. It's going to give Meghan Markle's credibility. She's going to make Meghan Markle's lies credible when there are so many public receipts. All she's doing instead is making herself look like a liar. Another liar, another grifter. That's why she's making herself look. Because in the TIG archives, there's so many things that Meghan posted about Mr. Markle. In her UN speech or monologue that she gave, she didn't mention Doria once. She didn't mention Doria once, and I urge you to put yourself through that torture and listen to whether or not she mentioned Doria and said that she was raised by a black mom in a black neighborhood. No, she mentions her father. And that the world needed more men like her father. Okay? So, Doria, instead of giving Meghan Markle credibility, making her lies credible, she made herself Not credible, because we all know that she wasn't around. The receipts are there. Even the teachers had come forth and said, you know what, the first time we saw her was at Meghan Markle's high school graduation. That's how absent Doria was. And yes, now I'm ready to hear my voice heard. And they think that by putting Tyler Perry on there, oh, Tyler Perry is a beloved black figure. Now that thing is all about blackness, and yet Meghan Markle is shocked that they think of her as black. Are we not watching the contradiction? How they're proud to represent the Commonwealth and the Queen and the British traditions, and we have Meghan Markle mocking all of them. And now Harry's saying that he's on a flight to freedom, while saying that he loved the United Kingdom. Okay, so he's basically trying to say that he escaped something horrible. He escaped all that privilege, all that security, all the wealth, all the privilege, all the love. That's what he escaped. To go and be, he was before the spare to the heir of a throne. Now he's the spare to an ultra Z-lister who is a liar. And this is the woman he just now claimed to idolize on the 6th of December. He's happy, he's gloating that everything is going his way. So, Tyler Perry, you're embarrassing yourself, dude. What are you doing? But then again, he is an abusive person if we go by what Monique said. That when they went to a meeting, when she went to a meeting, remember Monique, that was also gaslit by Tyler Perry and Oprah? That when she went to a meeting, Tyler Perry went to ask people to clear the room. The master has spoken. Now, if Meghan, why are they surrounding themselves with all this blackness when Meghan Markle just says she never thought of herself as black? Well, she says she wasn't treated as black, but she herself never considered herself black. So why would they treat her as such? What an offense. You know that Michelle Obama said that she had to have that conversation with her daughters about being black. And you're telling me that Doria, raising Meghan in a black neighborhood, surrounded by black people, never had that conversation?
As a parent, in hindsight, absolutely, I would like to go back and have that kind of real conversation about how the world sees you.
Jesus definitely needs to take the wheel. I can't wait for these three things to drop, because this is going to be even worse. Now, here we have, they're posting pictures of the party that they had while her father, Meghan's father, was in the hospital with a heart attack. While they call the wedding that the British UK taxpayers paid for, which was more expensive than William's, they call that a spectacle. And here we are. You see them dancing it up, lapping it up. Oh, we love it. We danced to the 1000 song. While Meghan now is claiming that it was a spectacle, and lying, saying that she got married 3 days before, and that bullshit of a spectacle it was. While the British people that are now branded racist showed their love and affection for them. People were happy to curtsy before her, and she loved it. The problem is that when you tell so many lies, public lies, they catch up with you. And when if Meghan Markle had just said nothing and not make up so many lies, that would have been okay. But for some reason, in this $100 million documentary, she dedicated the first, second, I think the second and third, pretty much the 3 episodes, she mentions Samantha Markle. That's how fixated she is with Samantha Markle. And she says she had no relationship. Well, I think Samantha begs to differ in that, and she has the receipts.
Saying versus what the reality as you're telling me now.
If I'm such a stranger and I'm like nobody, why would she call me from the green room of Deal or No Deal to tell me about the girls and to talk about stuff? Why would she call me from Buenos Aires to tell me that they're putting her up in this great penthouse and she's so excited? Why the reflex to call Babe? If Babe's nobody, why are you calling me? And why are you calling me if you're depressed from your apartment and telling me about mold and that I need to and I needed to help her regroup?
Yeah, you don't call this unknown sister from Argentina to tell her all about how great things are. You don't call her and ask her to console you when you're feeling down if you don't know her. You don't call her to share news with anybody that is not close to you. But you did. But you did, because Samantha was your sister, is your sister, whether you like it or not. You're just envious that a woman, because Samantha is a kick-ass woman. Samantha is a kick-ass woman. This woman in a wheelchair made the ultimate sacrifice of giving her daughter up. That selfish, entitled prat that is Ashley. I was so angry because I didn't get to go to the wedding. Oh my goodness. And that's why Samantha's an evil mother. Please go watch Nate the Lawyer. I will leave the link of the 2 videos for you to go check it out to see what Samantha's response is, especially to the second one and how she calls her out. So now the monarchy is an evil institution to the point that Harry is fleeing in a flight for freedom. Was it a private plane? Or was it an eco-friendly flying commercial? Of course not. Of course not. So which one is it? Which one is it? Please leave me your comments.